Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got this RX 580 8GB Powercolor Red Devil, and it came out one of my older systems that I bought from Facebook. So it needs a bit of a clean, but we'll leave it as it is and test it. So this is what it looks like. It's got twin fans. It's quite heavy compared to all the other RX 590 GMEs that I got from AliExpress. It's got the Red Devil sign there, and then it's 8-pin, 6-pin. And also it's got this BIOS version that you can change. It's got two clocks. One's the silent mode and one's the BIOS overclock. So put it to BIOS overclock so we get the full power. And this is what it looks like. We've got 3 DP ports and a HDMI and a DVI as well. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll put it into our system and we'll see how well it performs. Here is the GPU-Z results, and you can see RX 580, 2304 power color, 8 gigs, 256 bandwidth, so everything as normal. And if I press lookup, let's see what we get. And we do get the Powercolor Red Devil 580 OC, so this is what we should be getting. And as you can see, the Polaris 20, 215.09 and 138, which is the correct one, so everything looking great. So we've got dying light on and we're testing on 1080p, everything set to the highest it can and everything turned on apart from motion blur because I don't like it. So let's get that and let's see what we get. So around 60s at the moment, which is same as all the other, GME 590s or RX 580s. So let's get to a area where it's quite populated with zombies. So yeah, it drops to around 50s, which is normal. So this card, you can't play on high settings, which is kind of expected. The card is getting quite, on a bit. Came out in 2017. So nearly 6 years, but yeah, it's still doing well. It's a decent 1080p card if you lower the settings down a little bit. So this is Minecraft Legends. It's a new game that came out yesterday on Game Pass, so I decided to download it and see how well it performs. So again, 1080p and set to low, and these are the main settings that you have, just these two really. So let's see what we get. So it looks a little bit flat on low, but it's doing decent. Look at that, 200 FPS. So what we'll do is we'll stand here for a second and then we'll change settings. So we're getting about just over 200. Let's change it straight away to medium next. Let's go back and we getting 150. Let's change that to high, go back. You can see the scenery changing a little bit. You can see a bit more of the distance coming up into view. So again, around 100, and let's go all the way to the highest settings and we'll mess around with that. So ultra, we're getting over 60s, so around 70-ish. So we'll keep an eye on these stats as we move around, and the game does look amazing. You don't really need a really high performance card to play this game. It's doing pretty well. You can play on a really budget machine, so which is good. But again, this is obviously Minecraft. It wasn't going to be demanding anyway. So we're just hitting 60s now as we're walking around. If you look up to the sky, it goes up to 80s. If you look down to the floor, 85s. If you're looking around, then it's around 60. So you can, with an RX 580, get to around 60 at 1080p on the highest settings, and it performs well. There's no kind of stutters or anything like that, no screen tearing, and it looks decent. So here, there's a lot of trees, etc. So still staying around 60s. Oh, it did dip to under 60. Let's go to the water. Let's see what we get. Still 60s. Let's go towards the sun. It's just managing just under 60. Around this kind of, it's going down 55, 56. There's quite a lot of stuff going on here. It's getting dark a little bit, so we'll wait for the night time and we'll see if it gets worse. Right guys, so it is night times and I'm under attack by these piglins, and as you can see we're still getting around 60, so it hasn't dipped as much. And I want to show you this game because I think a lot of people are going to be using, you know, RX 580s for these kind of games. Yeah, there's no point having a very high spec, you know, machine to play games like these. People are going to be using RX 580s, 570s, maybe even a, you know, GTX 1060s, those kind of cards. And as you can see, this is performing really well even on the highest settings. But obviously many people are not going to be using these settings. They'll probably be using that high or medium or even low sometimes, depending on your other, you know, other stuff like your RAM and your CPU, etc. So just want to give you an idea of putting it on the highest settings, what kind of FPS you'll get. So yeah, there you have it. If you guys have any questions, write them down below. I've got another PC coming that I'm going to build into like a big budget gaming machine. So yeah, keep an eye on that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.